Good people, what's up? What's good? We back. Another episode. What we talking about today, guys?
It's kind of sad today. In light of recent tragedies that have, been happening all year, we're going to talk about consuming death on social media.
Yeah.
And just, how to deal with, these images of death and tragedy, that we don't necessarily sign up for.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to pass it off to someone else, though, because I'm not used to leading the conversation from the jump, so I'm gonna pass it.
I got y'all. It's your boy Caleb Smith. We got Ikea, Josh.
Oh, of course. See, that's why you got to go first, because I skipped all of this.
I forgot about it, too. 3 Milli Pod, y'all tuned in. But yeah, I mean, dealing with death, especially on social media, after seeing Pop Smoke die, that was kind of shocking, because it kind of felt like when Kobe died, when I first saw it, I'm like, dang, for real? Mm-hmm. And then, to find out that he was only 20. I know Ikea can speak more to this, actually being around that environment, his hometown, all that. But it was just sad. And even if somebody lived a certain type of way, or even if you can say something bad about somebody, just seeing that somebody can go out that young in that manner, it was just very, very disturbing. He was on his way, too. His sound was so unique. I liked him. It was just weird, man. And just seeing somebody like him die, Nip, even with Kobe, although it was different, but just seeing Kobe die, Mac Miller, all these artists, I'm missing somebody.
I got you.
Triple X, who's the one I'm thinking of in December.
In December was Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD. Thank you, Josh.
It's been 3 months straight.
You see what I'm saying?
Every month we've had someone die a terrible death.
And honestly, I feel like we're kind of getting desensitized to it. Because when I saw it with Pop, it hurt, but I really wasn't hurt by the end of the day.
I think that is what's disturbing, because when I saw it, I don't know how deeply affected I was for how long. I feel like I saw it and I was like, fuck. And then I was just I just had to tell someone. But I don't know if I was truly bothered by seeing that yet someone else has died.
Yeah.
And that's problematic at this point. For anytime that someone tells us that someone's died, we just oh, it's someone else.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people die every day. I know. But for us to
public figures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
It's strange.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel about it, Ikea?
I was going to say, I think it really started... Well, we've always seen it. It goes back to Rodney King when he was being beat on TV. So we've always seen it. But like we were talking about earlier, the year that so many people, kids, were being killed by the police, I remember we were seeing it on social media. I don't remember who it was, but it was actually a video of them being shot on live.
Wow.
So, and it was a person, and they had it, repeatedly showing.
Yeah. Was that Alistair Sterling?
Yeah, I think it was.
I think so.
Because he was shot in the chest, right? He was laying on the ground.
No, that's not even who I'm thinking about.
Oh, you're thinking about Eric Gardner?
Still
Got choked out. Oh, Philando.
It just shows you that's too
when he
many
was in
names.
the car.
Because we over here,
going through a whole Rolodex. Yeah.
For real.
And it's sickening because you see it. And then it's as soon as you get on social media, especially Instagram, you start scrolling and that's all you see. And like you said, we're becoming to the point where it's normal, kind of. Death is not supposed to be a normal thing.
Right.
But because we're seeing it so much and so frequently.
You're starting to get used to it.
You're starting to get used to it.
Yep.
At this point.
Yeah.
So it's very sickening. And I think that's why a lot of people need to take breaks from social media sometimes. I don't even watch the news.
Yep.
Because
it's too depressing.
Yeah, the news was very depressing growing up. And it's every time you turn on the news, you see this person died, this person is murdered, that. So social media, we're on social media about, sad to say, but probably half our day. Probably about 10 hours.
That's a long
You're
time.
Consuming social media.
Facts. Quick fact to go with that.
What's up, Josh?
Instagram will tell you how much you're on.
Oh,
yeah. When you check the stats.
Make sure y'all check that.
Yeah.
Just reevaluate your life.
Screen time as well on your phone.
Screen time. So you're seeing it all day, to the point where, like you said, you damn, another one, and you just keep going about your day.
Facts.
You feel me? It's weird. And again, I just don't know. And I remember we were talking about this outside before we even started filming. It's just, I get mad because when I see us kill each other, especially when I saw how he went out, and I'm like, so you have all that energy to kill somebody that's actually doing good and that's actually a positive example. But then we got people like George Zimmerman who's walking around and you ain't got that same energy for him. So how do you have all this courage when it comes to somebody who looks like you, but when it's somebody who doesn't look like you, it's all the respect is there. But then with us, somebody who you see every single day, I hate him. I don't like him because he didn't do this for me. He don't do that. But then you don't hate the person that's doing all this other stuff to you. Like, you don't even own your own block, but you talking about this my hood. But you don't own any stores. You don't own any of that. And then with somebody like Pop, Nip, once this person makes it, I don't like him no more. Or just because he did something that I couldn't do, I got to kill him, which is crazy to me. But then you don't have that same energy towards white people sometimes. You don't have that same energy towards your boss at work. But you got it towards. It's crazy. No, okay. But seriously though,
because it's like it's funny. It's like it's uncomfortable. Like, it's like a
no. It's sad.
Okay, look,
I'm tired of
checking for you.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it's sad though.
You gonna be added to the thread?
Nah, hey, it's sad. I'm just saying.
Josh, you see my face?
Yo, hey,
we got to change.
Shit. Hey, this is not Josh on here. This
but
is Rosh.
And like, here's the thing. Don't get me wrong, like, it's some people who's like really about it. Like, I get that, but I'm just saying for us as like a whole, like as a black community, sometimes as even black men, like, we'll be walking around me mugging each other. And like, I don't even know you, like, from Adam. So like, how come like that whole love component isn't even there? It's sad to me.
I guess it just all ties back to like the dehumanizing nature of social media.
Yeah.
And like, one thing I want to talk about with whenever someone passes away and we hear about it on social media, here comes the flood of information about these people.
Conspiracy theories.
Yeah. And even like, this is kind of a musical segue, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know how people be like, oh, I was such a big fan, but didn't give a fuck about who this person was.
Yeah.
I think it's funny, like, how it's those people and then there's the people who try to chastise those people. Like, all while we're supposed to be mourning, someone just died. Things. Like, you're focused on if someone was a fucking fan.
Yeah.
Like, who gives a fuck if I was listening to Welcome to the Party last week?
Yeah.
Like, this nigga just died. Like, he was just murdered at the age of 20 years old. Like,
20.
He was not old enough to go buy a beer from the fucking store. You know what I'm saying?
But he was old enough to die. That's the sad part.
And that's why I truly feel like social media, after seeing people die, it's just like, it's a dangerous place. Like,
it can drain.
Mm-hmm.
Ikea, do you feel like people post too fast? Because I thought it was kind of weird, even with Nip, with Kobe, and especially with Pop Smoke as well, is that when the news broke out, instantly before it's even confirmed, people already posting, dang, I hope it's not true. Facts. Or I miss you. And I'm like, so you aren't even taking time to accept it, to breathe. I remember with LeBron, people were mad at him because he took 5 or 4 days or 3 days to even post about Kobe. But you saw him get off the airplane and find out that Kobe died and he broke down. So why are y'all mad that he's not posting that on social media? But how do you feel about it, Ikea?
I think people have started to use social media as like a second nature. So it's like I breathe, eat, sleep, social media.
Oh, that's deep.
So it's like, instead of us sitting at home or just debriefing by ourselves, we would rather get on social media and post about it, because that's like our therapy. That's our eat, breathe, sleep, and then social media. So it's really sickening, almost like the TMZ, for it to post that quick. Then everybody just flooded social media. So it's very it's disheartening too.
Right.
And it makes you not want to get on during those times. Mm-hmm. So like, I know, like when I was saying back in the days when kids were being killed by cops, like it seemed almost to the point where it felt like every day I would get on Instagram and I would see another name. It made me not want to be on social media. Like, I took a fast from social media for a long time.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because I don't want to get on and I'm seeing blood stains on the floor. I don't want to get on and I'm seeing people crying. Like, that.
It's trauma.
That is so much real. Trauma.
No, we not.
And that messes. Yeah, that messes with your mental mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a problem.
Because I remember with Pop, it was a clip shown of him by TMZ on the ambulance, and they're trying to like resuscitate him.
I'm glad I didn't see that,
bro. I didn't want to see it, but I was watching Joe Budden, and when he was talking about it, I was like, all right, this is like the 6th time, so I just want to see it because everybody kept talking about it. And when I saw it, like, my heart dropped. When you see a body turn to the side, people just pumping
because
it. And I remember,
it's like their parents.
Parents.
Like their parents, how do they
That's
feel
what they said.
when they see that their child...
Lifeless.
Yeah, lifeless. How do you think a parent feels? How do you think a family member feels? It's insensitive.
Facts. Because I'm even thinking about when you brought up like the footage of Pop Smoke. I was just thinking in my head like, I'm so happy that I didn't even know there was footage of Pop Smoke.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely gonna actively avoid that shit.
Yeah.
Now. But I just remember 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? It was 2018, I believe, when X was killed, and I just remember like seeing the tweets, and then I'm just seeing a fucking picture of him like this, like slumped in the car. Like, it's just fucking sick. Like, you
just
can't...
for the views.
You can't prepare yourself to see that, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not equipped to see, like, unless we're, like, living this lifestyle and this is what we're used to. Most of us aren't. But even then...
Nobody's used to it, bro.
Exactly. That's another problem all by itself.
That's why people have PTSD.
Exactly. But, like, social media is, like, just dispersing that to everyone. So, like, even if you plan on seeing it, like, you ain't got no choice. Like, this shit's coming down your timeline. Like,
that's another point. How you feel?
That's a very important topic, PTSD, because people think that you only get PTSD from going to war.
Nah.
PTSD is growing up in the hood.
Yeah, seeing your friends die.
Seeing your friends die every day.
Yeah.
Like, see, you can get PTSD from scrolling on Instagram, and I'm seeing these images, because those are, like you said, traumatic images.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are struggling with it internally, and they don't know how to talk about it because we're taught to be shunned about our emotions.
You can't be vulnerable.
Yeah, don't be vulnerable. Don't
it's
show your
weakness.
emotions. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, even seeing Nip, and that one tore me up, bro. Like, I ain't never almost cried about a celebrity ever before. Even when Michael Jackson, Prince, you name it. But when I saw Nip laying on the ground, lifeless, and there's blood coming from his head, and he had on a white do-rag, and his leg is limp, and you're posting this on Instagram.
But you know another thing?
It's crazy.
I'm glad I didn't see that shit.
Yeah, bro, it tore me up.
Another thing is money. Because...
It's no ethics.
You remember, was it Whitney Houston or
Whitney Houston's daughter? Pusha T you talking about when he put the picture on his album?
Oh, not even just Pusha T. I forgot he did that. Yeah. But you remember they sold that picture to the media. So that
I never knew that.
Yeah, so it could be shown. And it's kind of like, why would you show somebody's lifeless moments like that? What are we supposed to do with that? That's honestly when I start seeing stuff like that. That's a great question.
What am I supposed to do with this?
What am I supposed to, like, take from this?
What am I taking from this?
Become traumatized, desensitized. Honestly, I really feel like we don't understand that it's all a game. Like with social media, I really feel like they want for us to see this. So then we'll get used to it. Because to me, with these record labels, it has to get to a point of y'all need to start having artist development. Because there's no reason why all these artists should be dying. And 9 times out of 10, they're black artists. But you sign these artists, you take their money, you use them to propel your platform. But then once they die, you still keep their catalogs. And you make even more money off of them. Even with Mac. His streams went up after he died. Juice WRLD, Nip finally wins a Grammy, but it takes him dying. Like, it's crazy to me. And then really, these labels still eat.
Thanks.
They're going to eat even more after you die. Mm-hmm. And I remember even with Pop, when we spoke about this, like when it happened, and I'm not saying this about him, but with us, we got to stop posting pictures and videos with guns. Like, that really has to come to an end. No, like, being real.
Real quick, because I see where we're going with the conversation, and I want to go that way.
Yeah.
But before we get to that, I just want to shout out Z from DJ Booth. He brought up an interesting point, and like the package. So when labels sign artists, like they should come with mental health and drug addiction. Like,
Joe Budden said that as well.
Know, that's like
a therapist should be in the building.
Yeah, that should be part of the fucking advance.
That's
like,
but
Josh, don't give them
they don't
$5 million and they don't understand how to. And you know what I'm saying,
bro? They don't even have an accountant.
You know what I'm saying?
But Josh,
give them some resources to sustain.
But that's my point again. They really don't care about us, and it's all part of the game. I really feel like the music industry is connected to TMZ, and that's connected to something else. Because there's no way that with Pop, TMZ was the first to find out again.
Yeah. TMZ, man.
Came about to shake the streets up with this.
One day,
hey, it's the whole purpose of the platform.
Okay.
It's the whole purpose of the platform.
TMZ, that's a whole different conversation because it's like, who is even more grimy? TMZ or the people who are selling the shit to TMZ?
Who do you think, Ikea?
The people selling it.
But TMZ is presenting the opportunity.
And the money.
They're presenting it.
You know what I'm saying?
They're presenting it, but my thing is,
I would
never.
Enough, you know what I'm saying?
No, I would never. Like, if somebody was to die in front of me, I'm not gonna be like.
But you wouldn't. But that's why they say being poor is a curse, because you'll do anything to get out of that situation. Thanks. And they know that. They know that if.
But that's also it's the person.
It's the person.
I think it's the person.
Yeah.
Like TMZ has any platform like that. They have a big like, it's a problem. Mm-hmm. But it's also the person's morals.
Facts.
Because why are you posting that? What was the purpose of you?
Because really, news is enough. Like, saying that you can confirm it is enough.
Yeah.
Like, no one needs to see them on the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Like, now live is different. Because, like, I'm that girl. When
facts. Like, you're not expecting that to happen. She was really
just minding her business. The cops pulled them over. And she was just like, y'all, but you didn't think that you was going to see your husband or your boyfriend get shot in front of you on live camera.
Man.
And then, you know what else is the craziest part about it? When we're scrolling, the first thing that it says is this is a graphic, sensitive image. So why is it
And they know that it's graphic, so why is it up there?
I don't even get that sometimes.
Why is it up there?
Sometimes I be getting that for crazy shit, like memes. But like, when it's actually something graphic, it don't be there.
It's a game. Like, that's what I'm saying, and I never even thought about that aspect of, you know that it's graphic. It says that it's graphic, so why is it up there? Just take it. Bro, so you're telling me I can scroll on social media and watch somebody die? And I can have a daughter or a son or a nephew or a niece who can scroll and see a person dying too? And that's who I really think about is, like, the kids that's younger than us and our future children. Because if we're able to see all this, then they're going to start seeing this. Because we didn't get Facebook until we were, like, in middle school, really. But y'all growing up with this, which is a whole nother level. And PTSD, so you're going to start seeing black people die by age 3 while you're scrolling on my phone. That's wild.
Facts. This is especially like how you let kids play with your phone, period.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
Think about even like your 1 or 2 year, you know what I'm saying? Like they just.
That's what I'm saying.
Doing on your phone and shit. Seeing someone just get.
I really do like the fact that y'all did say that, like a mental wellness check, basically, for artists. When they
social
get
media
signed,
should come with that shit too.
Yeah, when they get signed, they definitely should get the whole therapist and all that because they need it. They don't even know the type of world that they're going into.
You gonna have haters?
You're a new person. Like you're a person who came from where you were at, the place that you were at, and now you're into a whole nother world. And you know they say the entertainment business is basically like the devil.
It's gonna eat you up, man.
It's gonna eat you up alive if you can't handle it. Yeah, if you're mentally not prepared, and a lot of people aren't mentally prepared for that. So that was really good that you said that. Yeah. They do need that.
Yeah. And sorry for cutting you off because you was going in the direction of
Guns.
Guns on social media. I want to go back there.
Guns on the ground.
So let's
I don't care about cutting off.
Get your rocks off.
Hey, we just having like a conversation. But you were saying about that.
You're a clown.
Nah, because I'm trying to think for a second.
You said guns on the ground.
He was trying to stall. He was like, let me get my thoughts.
Yeah, because I was really trying to think about it. But yeah, back to that point. I just think that they don't provide the artists with the tools because it shows. Like, for instance, with a 6ix9ine, they knew where that was headed. You knew where that was headed. With Kodak, you know where that's headed. But you don't want to stop it because by them getting arrested, it gets the views up. It gets them in the news. They stay relevant. All this is a game to me because if it's not, then how come we aren't in those spaces calling the shots? Mm-hmm. All we do is just be the artist, the manager, A&R, but we aren't owning Columbia Records. We aren't owning Def Jam. We aren't owning Atlantic. It's people that's disconnected from us and that's not even part of the culture that's calling all the shots. And they have nothing in common with you, but they just want to make money off of you. Really with music, and I think that we get blinded by like all the chains, all the money and women and stuff, but it's just like with sports. It's just like with the NFL. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a white owner. You're going to have a white head coach, and you won't even play quarterback. You're going to play all the other positions. Thanks. And you're going to make us all the money, but you will call no shots. In music, it's the same exact thing. And I think that's why so many artists go crazy because their contracts turn out to be trash. The treatment is crazy. Like Joe Budden, he almost went crazy. Wale, I get why he gets frustrated.
I love Wale. And he talks about in his music the fact that he has a therapist.
Wale, come on the show.
We need you, bro.
I'm going to send this to him.
Artists need therapists. And then, too, just being an artist. Like, imagine, having to create every day and making sure that people like it. And what if they don't like it? That's another thing. I mean, as you see, like, even with the podcast, that's vulnerable. Creating a whole platform and then posting it.
Scary.
And then being like, I hope that people really, really like it. And imagine people saying in your comments, bro, you fell off. It's trash.
Second episode, it's like, damn,
trash.
It was cool the first one.
Trash. Now imagine dealing with that.
That's why we shouldn't post it.
Okay,
but that's another conversation.
But we're gonna have 2 more out, so
easy. But it's crazy, man. It's hard. But Ikea, by you being somebody who takes mental health so serious, why do you think it's so important for artists to have that?
Mental health, for starters, I think we're in the generation or just the age period where now people are beginning to realize that it is a problem. Because, you know, a lot of Black, especially African American families, they always used to be like, you don't need to go to therapy.
You just
need
to
go
pray.
To church. Pray about it. Pray it out of you. Do this. And I love God. God, yeah, I'm going to go to church. But why would God make therapists if we're not going to use them?
That's real.
What was the purpose? So, for artists and just people in general, we definitely need to take our mental health serious, because that's why so many suicides go on. So many people drive themselves.
Holding it in.
Yeah, they drive themselves into the point where they feel like they don't have anyone to talk to.
That's real.
And it's scary almost, because I might not want to call Caleb or Josh to talk about what's really killing me on the inside.
Because you might just want to keep it to yourself and keep it confidential with a therapist.
Yeah. So
that's real.
It's so vital in this age to have it, because without it, a lot of us would drive ourselves crazy. Like, I know I started having panic attacks. So that's why I started going. I know a lot of people probably have the same anxiety issues and they don't even understand why.
Right.
And then they're quick to go self-medicate, drugs, alcohol. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Or social media.
Yeah. So that's why I got two things I want to get off real quick.
Yeah.
We kind of joked about it earlier about like how, like, you know, labels, we felt like labels should provide these type of like mental health services. Like Instagram, Twitter, like if all of these places have all of these graphic images, why not have one subsection, one tab, like help, like mental help, like
hotline right there.
If you see this, we can put you in contact with someone who can help you understand what you just saw.
That's deep.
And then second, with art, always imitates society and life. You know what I'm saying? So as we see more and more artists being murdered in the street, like young artists, we're losing an entire generation of artists. So if art imitates life, then we're losing an entire generation of people who aren't famous, that we're not even looking at.
On pills.
To these same problems. And it just shows that, like, therapy is important, and just all of these things that we don't even get to see. Like, if Jimmy's from Brooklyn as well, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't get to see Jimmy because he didn't have Welcome to the Party out. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's fucked up, you know?
Wow. Man, I think it's time to wrap this up. That was a dope episode, man. Ikea, Josh, what y'all got to say before we head out?
You know, think about what you see. You know, think about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't just see it and just, like, let it soak into you. Yeah. Like, don't be active in what you're consuming. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we just see shit and accept it.
That's real.
Like, see it. And if you feel like you need to talk to somebody about it, talk to somebody about it. And I don't want to shit on social media all the way, because there are people who may be all alone and don't have anyone to vent to. So I can understand the pros of being able to vent and mourn on social media. Right. But at the same time, you can't just mourn on social media. You need to mourn completely.
You need like a human connection.
Yeah, life is beyond social media, so you need to mourn completely beyond social media and take whatever steps necessary that may take.
That's real, man. Thank you, Josh.
Josh just said everything.
Hey, Trizzle, what you got? Josh, you know you the life of the show, man. We need it. What's up?
Josh just said everything we needed to say.
I'm taking a spot.
You know, getting bought out.
I'm sitting in the middle next time.
Hey, he's be like, that's my chair.
Do your thing,
that's
sis.
my chair.
Do your thing, sis.
She changed outfits.
Everything. She ain't playing with us, bro.
We the only ones. We wore the same thing for 2 weeks straight.
We're peasants, man. 2 weeks, same clothes. You already know. New trend.
No, but definitely, let's first try to stop taking pictures of stuff like that. Or
actually live in the moment, right?
Yeah, living in the moment. But
boundaries, understand.
Boundaries, and take time from social media. I think everybody should take a break sometimes.
That's real.
And it's not necessarily like, well, you got to stop being on social media, or you should follow. Because a lot of people say that, like, well, follow certain people, but it doesn't matter. You cannot escape certain stuff. So sometimes you do need to take some time away from it. And like we said, on your phones, you can see how much time you spend on social media.
Yeah.
So
there's no excuse.
Try to not be on it all day.
Yeah.
Like, because you're seeing stuff that you don't need to see a lot of times.
Appreciate K Trizzle. You only get one life, live it to the fullest, and why not be around people? That's what people got to understand. Like, we're only around for a short period of time. Just make that impact felt, have a legacy, and just connect with people, really. That's the biggest thing. don't be socially awkward. Like, even if you are, like, practice, work on it. Just like if you got bad grades and you'll start studying more. When it comes to being social, just practice. And even if it's uncomfortable, just practice. But we appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you for all the support. K Trizzle Hive, we see you. Josh's Hive as well, man. We see y'all.
One more time. Rest in peace to Juice WRLD.
Yes.
Rest in peace to all 9 victims. 9, right?
Yeah.
Of the Calabasas helicopter crash. And rest in peace to Pop Smoke. Rest in peace to everyone who wasn't famous enough to make this podcast, because y'all's lives still matter.
That's right. So,
rest in peace to everyone who's lost their life in the past 3 months and beyond.
Yep. Like, comment, and subscribe. T-Peasy. Shout out to Sound Engineer.
And
Bandwidth. Big shout out to Bandwidth.
Brandon,
this would
Jordan,
not be possible.
Courtney.
Brandon, Jordan, Courtney. Shout out to y'all. Sid with the social media. Man, thank y'all so much. This would not be possible, especially without you guys, your support. Make sure to share this, like, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate y'all so much. Follow us on IG as well. We love y'all. Peace.
3 million.
Hey.
I love that shit.
That was perfect.